Okay, ready?
Three,
Three, two,
two,
one.
one, go.
Hi, everyone. This is Luv Muffin. So, this is Justin Ronin Baca, who's lead drummer, lead singer, lead accordion player, and lead ukulele player. So, how's everyone doing out there?
We're doing good.
Doing good.
You guys
doing
ready?
good.
You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure thing.
Take the reins.
Mike, you go first.
Thanks for introducing me, Mark. This is Mike here.
I am Chaos, or you can call me Chaos Ghost, or the Ghost of Chaos, or whatever you want to call me. But I'm here.
For now, we'll call Mark.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go with Mark.
And today our subject is sequel to one of my personal favorite animes of all time, which is Code Geass, and this was Code Geass Season 2, or coined R2. We're not gonna be all talk crap about it and all that. We're gonna talk about positives and bads. You know, I'm gonna have to redo that. That sounded like rambling. You know what? Fuck it. Keep going.
Again, this is our first podcast. Cut us some break, please.
Yeah. Please.
We'll give you a cookie.
Please. We'll give you a muffin.
Muffin's pushing it, man.
Hey, my brother works at the bakery. We'll give him a muffin.
Only if he has a muffin button.
There you go.
I have the most to say about this series, but I'd like to ask you guys what you guys thought of Code Geass and Code Geass Season 2, especially Season 2 and the first Code Geass.
Generally, I'm not. I'll put it out in the clear right now. I'm not really that much of an anime fan. The first season has its hits and misses, but it's got a very solid premise. The second season kind of took everything that was good about the first season and then just kind of threw it away. There was some good moments. There was a lot of bad moments, and just a lot of moments that kind of left me scratching my head.
I kind of agree with that. It's like the first season, you're like, oh my god, this is so good. The story's good. The characters are so memorable, and it's just, it was great all around. But then you go into Season 2, and it's like, oh, what happened? Is this the same show? Pretty sure this is not the same show.
Put it bluntly, Season 1 was, for me, one of my personal favorite animes in history, replacing Neo Genesis and Bleach. But it was flawed, don't get me wrong, Season 1 was flawed. But Season 2 is what happens when you have an interesting premise, and you decide to say, F it. This is not working anymore. I want it to be stupider. I want it to be a whip-off of every other fucking anime there is, every fucking mech anime. And I'm cursed like a bastard now. I'm just more pissed at it. I don't hate it.
It's inconsistent is the best way to describe it.
This show has a lot of plot elements and plot twists and subplots, and I'm just getting the word plot on my vocabulary. So we're going to start by talking about the plot of Season R2, and, Michael examine each part. So where else to start was the ending of Season 1 and the beginning of Season 2. You guys know, at the end of Season 1, Shizuka and Lelouch have stare down, Clint Eastwood style, proving whose, ideology is the most intelligent. And then a gunshot happens and it goes blank.
Which would have been that's a great way to cap off a series of anything.
Yeah, it really is.
It leaves questions. It works as both a season finale, but it works even better as a series finale. It's a good cliffhanger. It's a final showdown between these two main characters. It's very dramatic. It's done incredibly well, actually. It's one of the high points of the entire series, in my opinion. However, I'll let Justin go up from there. So,
after that, they decided, because in any anime wisdom, to have a time break. This time, it wasn't 4 years like 00 or 3, freaking Naruto. No, it's a year. So, in a year, Lelouch has a new brother, which is the annoying twat known as Wallow, and shenanigans happens. Which I didn't mind it. It's actually kind of a throwback to the funner episodes. Episode 1 goes, it turns out C2 still managed the Black Knights, and she gives him back his power. And contacts so his power won't go a thing. Problem is, the officers of secret intelligence are probably the biggest dumb fucks. Imagine if SEAL Team 6 went into Baladin and talked to him of all the shit he's done. They're gonna get shot, and these motherfuckers do, because they're stupid as hell. All they have to do is watch Lelouch. That's it. No, they go there, oh, we have your daily plans, we know what you do, we know what time you take a shit. you're supposed to watch him. You're supposed to stand it. If you see Highlander the series, the watchers never got involved. All they do is fucking watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
DCC2, what did he do? Shoot her. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. You should know she's immortal. Fucking idiots.
Hey, they got to have something to do.
Then they get killed, thank God, because they're stupid. We can't have enough stupid people in this show. And then,
We'll get.
and then there's that. Then there's that whole battle scene where Rollo, then it turns out he has a super mech and his power allows him to teleport, and he kicks all the Black Knight's asses, and then here comes Colin in a bunny suit, and
only in Japan.
Right, in a bunny suit while fighting her mech. It wasn't bad. It was the only part where that pissed me off was the secret intelligence because they're fucking adults.
The rest
it was
service.
The building falls, kills the Viceroy, no one gave a fuck about, and he makes it to the Chinese, who are white and have no balls for some fucking reason. And we meet one of the more annoying characters, that isn't Rollo or Nina, Jin Kei.
Why do we keep introducing so many characters?
Oh, so far we introduced 3, and we're not even 2 episodes in. Well, you go into episode 2, it tells us what happened between, what happened at the end of episode 25 of season 1, where Suzaku traded in Lelouch to become a Knight of the Round, and the Emperor in his infinite wisdom decides to waste all his memories. The thing I don't get is how did he do it with all the council members in the school? I don't know if it was explained. Do you know if it was explained, Mark? How come no one remembers Nunnally?
I don't know. It's a weird point. You could say one of the theories is somebody used their Geass to erase their memory, but if that's true, that leaves even more questions, and it just doesn't make any sense.
I know, right?
It's like Prometheus. It leaves more questions than answers.
Yeah, exactly.
We're 2 episodes in and we're already puzzled. Yeah, and then the Emperor says, "Oh yeah, you're not gonna remember, dude. You should know C2 already. You probably banged her. Your wife banged her, probably. You should know that she's gonna go for Lelouch and probably give him back his power. It was not bright of you to make him forget. It would have been better to shoot him, but I know you're trying to get C2, but your CIA should be smart enough not to confront him."
Apparently not.
Oh, fuck no. Moving on. Episode 3, I think. I know we're not even doing this episodic. We're just going by memory. I don't remember the episodes that well because I don't like to. I just remember that Lelouch discovers what Rollo is, and he knows that it's his fake brother. So he goes confronts him. Rollo actually does something intelligent and takes the gun away from Lelouch using his Geass power. And then Lelouch's like, "Oh, you don't have the power of time stoppage. Your Geass just stops time around that person where you get pretty much teleportation." And he uses the "I'm your brother" thing to get him to join his side, because this is before the series started going down. It was a really good moment for Lelouch because he got not only a powerful Geass user, he got somebody who's extremely loyal to him. Now he has that, and then he blackmails Valletta for having an affair with Ogi, who's Japanese, which would destroy her career as a Britannian soldier because they're like that.
Because Japan.
Yeah.
Because Japan. But they're like racist to everyone else that they own. I don't know. I don't get it.
Black people are the only poor people in that world.
Right. Well, Africans.
More or less. The only poor people live in Africa in that world, and that's kind of sad.
Next is... Then there's that part with the gallows where... what was his name? Cornelius Boy Toy
Guilford.
is like... Yeah, he's like, Zero, if you don't come out, I'm gonna kill all your former comrades. And what do? They go to a place where it's an earthquake-stable place, so Lelouch just collapses like a cards. A fucking throwback to episode 23, which, it was cool in season 1, I'm saying. It wasn't bad. It was really smart, but this time around, the Britannians should have known.
For me once, shame on you.
For me, touch your dumbass.
More.
Lelouch fakes a hit to Rollo. Rollo could be like, "Oh, brother, you saved me," proving that why Rollo killed Shirley is kind of Lelouch's fault. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He got too much to be on his side. Then episode 5. You guys remember episode 5? Fan service.
The show.
Episode.
The episode, yeah.
All I can say, it's just there. It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be a thing. It was an interesting episode if it was for all the fan service. They introduced some of the more interesting moments, like especially with the Knights of the Round, proving that they're just not there just to get killed off. The only two members that don't get killed off. Then at the end, it's when Suzaku gives Lelouch the phone, and it's his sister, and Rolo loses his power, tricks Suzaku and thinking that he doesn't know, and because Suzaku still thinks Lelouch doesn't remember. This is where it gets stupid. Episode 7, Ambush over the Pacific. All I could say is the Britannian Air Force fails miserably.
Oh, man. Yeah, I agree with that. Who flies all at the same height anymore? I mean...
In the sad thing, they're flying from Hawaii to Japan. Sometimes you have to stop at Midway for refueling, but these planes go straight through. Why don't you just put Nalali in a commercial plane? No one knows that she's alive, or she's going to be Viceroy. You know what I mean? Hiding in plain sight. No, they take a military convoy, which is ineffective because the planes they have aren't fucking planes. They're just carriers. She has a guardian in one of them, which is that would be funny for me. And then when they ambush him, I've read that the reason their anti-aircraft fire didn't go off is because the smoke blocked their sensors.
Even then, that makes sense.
Fucking stupid. So they attack this air convoy, destroy the whole thing. Suzaku saves Nonoli. Lelouch goes crazy, tries to go drugged up, then Colin tries to stop him, cock-teasing that they like each other, even though she should be pissed and trying to put a bullet in his head. Not prepared to season 1.
I would be.
Alright, fucking betrayed you guys. Lelouch, of course, naturally takes it hard, because his sister's now Viceroy and he doesn't want to fight her, because of the promise he made. So, in his infinite wisdom, when he gets out of his funk, trying to do drugs, having drug dealers do push-ups, he decides he wants the Black Knights back. So, the Britannian Navy Pacific Fleet is attacking the Black Knight submarine. They're ineffective using their hedgehogs, because they're the Britannian Navy, and some reason Suzaku is commanding this battle fleet. Because apparently Knights Rounds are higher than Admiral. So yeah, they're attacking this. And Lelouch is like, he tells the Black Knights in their submarine, I want you to wave anchor, use your torpedoes and attack this methane thing that's underneath you. The ships all sink. The funny part, he saw that on a paper map. That would be on your GPS. That would be on whatever maps you're using on those naval ships.
Yeah, but in case you haven't noticed, this show has no idea what time period it's taking place in.
Yeah, really.
It's like, a long, long time ago, but somehow in the future.
Right? And timeline's fucked. Oh, we have advanced technology, but we're too stupid to realize that there's a methane farm underneath the water.
Or that there's such things as flashlights.
We'll get to that, too. But it turns out that the whole Britannian Navy sunk, except Suzaku and the rest of the Knights. He comes on his mech. If this happened now, my whole fucking Pacific Fleet is sunk. People would have got fired. People would have been killed. Suzaku would have been demoted.
He would have been. He would have been demoted for sure. I mean, you don't just like get your whole fleet sunk and not answer for it. Like, what happened out there? Why did that happen? Explain to us why it happened.
So, anyways, Suzaku's like, Zero, why are you doing this stuff? And he's like, I'm going to do the deal with Nali. I'm going to do that thing that Euphemia wanted to do, the special place where people call it Japanese. Suzaku's like, no way. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then they have a conference where Cecilia's wearing it's just funny. She came from a date, I guess, and she's wearing this double, you have to use double-sided tape, but it's V-neck practically all the way down. And it's kind of funny. It's distracting but funny. Like, why would you wear that when you're talking about politics?
It's Japan.
Yeah.
And the Knights around to go, why are you doing this? He's like, because I want to. Do you trust me? I'm Zero. I'm not doing anything wrong. Or somehow I'm sounding like Trevor Moore. So the next day, somehow he gets 1 million Japanese people to agree with this. I thought it was fucking impossible in V for Vendetta to get 7 million people from Britain, but, the writers know more than me. They'd say, Zero, come out or we're going to kill these people. And they're like, no, we can't kill these people. Wait, let me rewind. And he's like, Zero, show yourself. Oh yeah, I'll show myself. Everybody pulls out their Zero costumes. Like, I'm Zero, and it's V for Vendetta, except it has less impact because in V for Vendetta he died, and it showed that they're going to make a new future. And here it's just stupid.
It's kind of like Spartacus.
Oh god, fuck me.
Yeah.
I'm Spartacus.
Yeah, and the crazy chick that's with Nonoli, I don't remember her name because she doesn't do much. Again, more characters. nothing happens. So Suzaku's like, we can't kill him. It'd be just a massacre. And then he gets a phone call. What? China just rented a iceberg ship. Why would they need that? And why did they give it to the Black Knights? So they pull these people and go to China. Why do they need it? Who would have it? Why would you invent an iceberg ship? Carry an iceberg. Plot convenience, that's why. But you're like, we're going to China. You know what? I'm staying here.
Huh?
I know it's under a tectonic row, but it's better in China. They're under a row of a bunch of noble people and freaking 14-year-old empress. And there's billions of people. They're not going to pay attention to us. Well, now here's my favorite fucking moment. My favorite, I mean, just stupid-ass moment in the series. The China arc.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, the China arc. The worst writing in this whole series can be summed up with the word China. These stupid-ass motivations can be summed up with one word. China. The pointlessness, filler-like arc that this is. It needs fucking canon. Zero got a fuckload of people, 1 million people, exiled to China and one of their fake islands. So, when they're there, it turns out Britannia wants to make a deal with China. The Chinese eunuchs are going to sell off the empress to the Britannians and become noblemen. Here's what I have gripes with. Eunuchs are currently the most powerful people in China. Selling the empress to Britannia for political marriage, she's going to have more political power than you are now. You're just going to be noblemen. You're going to serve under her. Currently, since she doesn't know much, you're ruling through her. Why would you do that?
It doesn't make sense to me either. It's like, why didn't they just appoint someone to power, make orders directly, instead of going through somebody and then issuing orders? It seems so pointless.
They just don't know politics very well.
I guess not.
They don't know China well. There's so many goddamn mistakes there.
They're going out of their way to overcomplicate things.
Right? And the China's one of the worst reasons. So Lelouch is like, why don't I stick my political dick in fucking up this country too? I haven't done that enough with Japan. With Kaguya, who's friends to the Empress, he goes with them, and everybody's like, oh my god, Zero, I didn't know you'd be here. Dude, he just got exiled to like 300 miles on the island nearby. You didn't think this was going to happen?
Of course he's going to be there. The hell's your problem?
Here comes Anya, Gino, and Suzaku knighting around, and then Suzaku's like, what should I do with them? He's like, no, Snao's like, no, I'm pimp, I'm cool. I brought my psycho bitch lesbian chick with me, who's Nina, and he's like, I'm cool, let's just have fun, let's get drunk and fuck some hoes later. So now they have a chess game. If Zero wins, he goes to the wedding. If he loses, he doesn't. So he faces Snazo. He could have won, but he's like, no, that's what Snazo would think. Then take the piece. He's stupid enough to give you the victory. He's like the Jets. Jesus, just take the victory. You will go to the wedding so you can fulfill your complex and retarded plan, which we're going to explain. So, no, he doesn't, because it's interrupted by Psycho Bitch with a knife, which is Nina. And Colin stops her. He's like, Nina, calm the shit down. And she's like, Colin, you're Japanese. I didn't know that. She freaks out because he's xenophobic. And nothing of anything important happened.
It's just one of those minor plot devices that kind of got out of control.
Let's fast forward. The wedding. So Zenkai, our resident... Okay, we gotta explain Zenkai real quick. Zenkai is a pedophile. When the Empress was 8, she saved his life, and Pinky promised that he would always protect her to the point where it came to obsession, and it seems creepy. So he's like, fuck the Britannians, become communism, and we'll take the Empress, and I'm joking to come this part, but he's like, I'm gonna save the Empress, marry her, and fuck the Britannians. So during the wedding, he's all with his antique sword, and, because since the Chinese make their own weapons, they're shit, he owns him with the sword. And before he could do that, before he could kidnap... by the way, the Empress is getting married to the first prince of Britannia, who's 30 years old, and she's 14. Just remember that. But that's a political wedding, but I'm not against
how
that.
How cute. That's not a wedding. That's babysitting.
I know.
Ha! Is it any better with the 24-year-old guy that's killing guards just to save her?
No, that's just creepy.
Yeah, that's just creepy.
So... Lelouch being a complete dumbass in this series so far, he's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm kidnapping her. I own you both. Well, here's the thing. Zenkai's been kind of loyal to you. Why would you do that? Wouldn't you kidnap her for him? God, that sounds horrible. You know what I mean? Why would you kidnap her? And it's like, oh, we're going to give her to India. You know that Beijing, which, you know, the capital, the Vermilion capital is in the series. India is 1,000 miles west. You know that? You have to go through giant rivers, lakes, mountains, army men, troops, bombers, aircraft, balloons, fucking landmines. You know what I mean? And another thing, the Chinese could easily flood some of their lands. This was explored in the next episode. Here's the thing. He's doing it all not by air, by ground. Going to China from Beijing to India is stupid. Militarily, you cannot reach it going to Chinese territory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have limited resources so far. Yeah, you may have the best mechs, but they have 1 million more. You kill one of them, there's 10 motherfuckers that can take his place. When Lelouch thought of this plan, did he consider that China has one of the biggest armies in anyone?
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
And then, so the next episode begins. The eunuchs are fucking pissed. They're like, fuck Zero. And they're like, hey, Zinke, I know you tried to kidnap the Empress and shit, and your communist people are trying to take over. We're going to give you the super ultra mega mech we have. Own him. Kill those motherfuckers. Cut their testicles off so you can give it to us so we can have some. I know Colin owns Suzaku and his max damage, so he's out of the fight. So, Lelouch ambushes one Chinese army, defeats him, and then he keeps moving. Well, Zinke outsmarts Lelouch, and he has him fight on a rice paddy. He's smart, because the thing with rice paddies is that you have to keep it moist. So Lelouch, thinking he's smart, puts his infantry mechs to fight, and they sink in the mud.
Proving once again, these mechs must be made out of the worst material I've ever seen.
Aluminum, carbon, and lye.
Who needs high advanced weaponry when you have mud?
Yeah, I mean, all you need is mud.
Zinke comes and owns everyone, so Colin's like, you know what, I'll take him out. Your battery's only half full. Just remember when I called this stupid later on. And she's like, oh, fuck him. I'll beat his ass. She has the same weapon power like him, which is, I can't remember which Sada made it. She made both mechs at the same time. She's like, oh, no, I designed this. This thing owns. So she fights. Her battery runs out. She loses. Gets captured. So Lelouch, now like, fuck. He decides to hide in the tomb of the 88 emperors of the Chinese. He's like, oh, we're fucked. And Zinke's like, I'm going to own you. He goes, I'm going to get the emperors. And then the eunuchs go, no, we're betraying you. Stab in the back. They're talking to Lelouch. They're like, Zinke and the Chinese are like our pawns, so we're going to use them to get what we want, even though your plan's convoluted and stupid. Lelouch is like, keep talking, keep extending that rope. I'm recording this shit. And he puts it on TV. So the Chinese army starts attacking him, and Zinke, the Empress runs out, and Zinke's like, oh, fuck no, they're not killing my booty call. So he uses his mech to his best to protect her. And then, out of a sudden, Lelouch pulls out this fucking mech out of his ass that has defensive shields and completely reflects and owns the Chinese army. I have to ask, where was this when Colin was getting owned? Or his army?
It was in the shop.
Apparently they wanted to save it in case of a dire need. Like, really? Well, I can think of about 20 instances where that was needed.
And they're back in the last episode.
Exactly.
She owns him. He puts the video up on YouTube, and China's in a revolution because thank you, Lelouch. You just made a country that was stable fall apart. Congratulations, asshole. So after the eunuchs get owned by Zinke, when he kills all their nobles, proving he has more balls than all of them, it goes on, and at the end they're like, we know we got married this empress, so we can be powerful. You know, the Black Knights and us. We'll marry Ogi with this. Good. Marry the 26-year-old to a 40-year-old girl. It's political. And C2 and all them are like, no, she should marry the one she loves. He's 24. She's 14.
It's babysitting.
And then he's like, oh, you know, I got to ask somebody. He calls Shirley, and he's all talked to Shirley, and he's like, Shirley, what should I do? She loves this guy, but I want to do a political husband. He's like, she should use her heart. He didn't mention she's 14. She likes Twilight, probably. Freaking. And he didn't mention she's 24. And he's like, oh, she should love whoever she wants.
He has a blossoming second career as Pedal Bear.
Seriously, not you shouldn't have marry her. You should have somebody to influence her. But you know, it's pedophilia. China, pedophiles, no balls. Sums up the whole arc.
That's about as good as a closing argument as you can make on that. Or maybe not an argument, but a statement or whatever.
Take a drink.
Take a drink.
Now you got to introduce the Code Geass drinking game.
Every time I say better drink.
Oh no.
Every time I say something's pointless, take a drink. Every time I say pedal bear, every time I say anything, take a drink. Makes me feel a lot better.
There is no winning this game.
There can only be one. And then next is a break from the politically plot lines of this series. It's a school arc. It's besides the one we talked about, Fencers. This one, Miley is graduating early, so she decides to have a couple day. They have to wear really stupid looking hats, and if you're a boy, if you're a girl, you give your purple hat to a guy who has the blue hat. It's
confusing.
No, it's not even confusing. It's kind of a game, you know. Well, she puts, because she wants Shirley to win, and she likes Shirley and Lelouch to go out, because Shirley hasn't done shit in this whole series so far. She's like, you know what, I'm going to do this for Shirley, and make Lelouch a complete thing. So whoever catches Lelouch, it's money to their, club. So, Suriko, what was her name, the ninja maid? Suriko, right?
Suwako?
Yeah, the one that was Nunley. Well, she's been playing double while Lelouch is doing this. Well, I gotta explain something first. She's been doing this while Lelouch was off gallivanting in China. She was Lelouch. Even though she has double D tits and is an inch taller, no one notices. Okay, so she does that while he goes 6 hands and that. She is a pimp. P-I-M-P. She got the magic stick. When Lelouch goes back, he finds out he has a date with pretty much every damn girl from that school. She is pimp. So Lelouch has to run off, and this is where it starts Miley to do her graduational, to chase Lelouch's ass and get his hat. So he uses Rolo's Geass in its fucking great moment. This is one of my favorite moments in Code Geass Season 2. Well, Rolo loses his power, grabs Lelouch, moves her, and there's like 3 chicks that are running after him, right? One of them hits the door, Shirley falls on her ass, and the other one just stops. It's fucking great. It was an enjoyable moment. Another moment is that they're fucking using fireworks against him. The rugby team's trying to murder him. It's sort of called just loose. And the funniest part is with I think the hooker group, they're like these chicks in really scanty outfit. They're like, Lelouch, what do you think of us? And she jumps up, she's like, I'm not women, and she jumps up. It's fucking great. So he decides to switch her and that, and Shirley sees him, and he switches his hat with Shirley, and she expires that she loves him, which was a good moment. A really good moment. I could praise this episode. It was random, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Random fun is random.
Yeah, this one was really fun. I can't hate it, truly. From the China arc, this one looks like a fucking masterpiece. Well, at the end, Orange comes and uses Geass cancel power, and she's like, oh shit, Lelouch killed my fucking father. What do I think about that? And
oh god.
Starts the next episode where I call Shirley completely paranoid. She's like, oh my god. She goes on a date with Lelouch, and then Suzaku tags along to study him, and she's like, you used to be great friends, and then she tries to jump off a building, and it's not fun because it's fucking retarded.
It's starting to become a bad soap opera.
Really bad soap opera. So after that, it's the part where Orange is fucking being the show. Everyone looking for Lelouch, and Valletta's like, yeah, he's over there, and Rolla tries to use gas power. He's like, nope, punch, bitch. Orange is like, I own everyone. My Geass Chancellor, I am all that is man and robot.
Yeah.
Probably second most awesome moment for Jeremiah Goswell. So Villette tells him, oh, she's at the train station. Lelouch is on a date with Shirley, and there's an accident. Lelouch goes and he meets up with Orange, and he uses that thing that stops mechs, because unlike computers, they don't have anything to protect the mechs, and
Mud?
Orange has... You know how in old computers use magnet and it completely fucks it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. In some of the old mechs, they don't have things to protect it, so their battery completely dies and they don't move.
What? kind of design is that?
You remember that from season
I
1?
do.
Remember that Saku? Yeah,
I do remember that, but like,
yeah. This is when Lelouch wants to do his plan to take over his start a second rebellion and win Tokyo. So he does that on Jeremiah. Jeremiah's like, I will own you. And he's like, you know what? Because I watched the freaking, what they call picture dramas. And he's like, I'm Lelouch, free pretender. He's like, you're Mariana's son. I am loyal to her. I once wanted to die for her. I wanted to get in between those legs. And he's like, I will join you. And Lelouch's like, yes, I got a mech, man. He is, oh, that is awesome. Well, this shit's going on.
Only to die.
Yeah, fuck it. Mark Ray ruined it. Surly goes up there and she meets Rolo, and Rolo's like, oh, hey, Surly, what's up? And he's like, I know who Zero is. I want to help Lelouch. I want to. I love him. We'll be Bonnie and Clyde. And he's like, nope. Shoots the bitch.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was stupid.
When, after Rolo shoots her, Lelouch finds her and she's just like, I fucking love you. And he's like, using his gas power, live and, live. Because you know how freaking Mal got shot a million times and lived, and Jeremiah was crushed on the ocean and lived?
Yeah.
They had to kill the love interest. It's Sunrise's way. So they kill her, and he's like, oh, fuck, she's dead. God, touch my pee-pee now. Then here comes Rolo. I was like, oh. That's why I say every time I saw Rolo. I'm like, go away, you freaking weirdo. You killed Surly, you ass. He's like, it's cool, Rolo. It's fucking cool. I didn't like her. I like men. and I'm fucking with that, but he's like, you know what? Geass needs to die. So, at this time, Cornelia, whom we haven't talked about because she isn't mentioned to now, because she's mentioned in the series to now, is gallivanting in the desert. She finds out of the Geass thing that killed her sister. She stabs V2 in the head, and this is where the story gets dumb.
Again, dumber.
So Lelouch takes a special group, dumber, with C2 and them. They find out where this place is. He's like, I'm going to kill everyone in here. So little kids and scientists unarmed. The kids are the dangerous and stuff, Geass. So they go in there and massacre the shit out of everyone. We're supposed to root for this asshole.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Like, it was like this little city with a bunch of kids that had Geass power, and their first motive is kill them all. Like, what?
Like, I understand if I don't want any more assholes like Rolo.
I guess so, but it's like, a complete slaughter of everyone in the town?
Some of those people are innocent, like the scientists. Nope, kill them all. V2 dies, and again, we didn't mention V2 because we'll get to him when we get to him. And Lelouch finds out this thought elevator. So he's up there and he meets his father. He shoots his father. He uses his Geass with a bunch of mirrors. Orders his father to kill himself. He kills himself, and it turns out he's immortal. There can only be one, Lelouch, and it's gonna be me. And he explains that everything that's been going on is because it's the grand plan of Ragnarok. Because V2 wanted him dead, and some shit. I don't know. Just so far, he needs C2's code, and he tries to take it from her. She rejects him, because Lelouch is like, I could give you everything you ever wanted. So she's like, nope, and tells Trovers nope, and they leave him there to get stuck there. Suzaku tries to refrain Colin. Remember how Colin was that suit?
Yeah.
He's refrained against her, and then she beats the shit out of him. Second best moment in Code Geass so far. Colin beat the holy fuck out of Suzaku.
That was pretty awesome.
He deserved it. Poor Mike, I didn't show him that part.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost on this one.
Oh yeah, the next episode, Lelouch declares the UN with two young girls, which is Kaguya and the Empress. They're like, oh, we're now the UN, and now the world people that didn't fall to Britannia are against him. Yeah, except Germany, Italy, Britain, countries that have actual military power, Oh yeah, and by the way, China's broken up in pieces. Schneisel got some of those lands.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah.
Schneisel.
You'll see. He's the douchebag that Lelouch was talking to, remember? Where he predicted what he was going to say?
He's a giant ass.
He's not even a fucking villain.
He's not, but he acts like one.
And the thing, that's character development. Well, I'll get onto that when we get to his character. I'll explain why. And then the Emperor comes up and is like, ha, Lelouch, we're going to fight for the world. The episode, I don't remember the rest of the episode. I just could not care. C2 has no memory because the plot says so. We're introduced to more fucking Knights of the Rounds who are more assholes. They top Cornelia in a perverted way, and then the episode ends, and then the next episode, Lelouch meets with Suzaku so they won't go to war, except it's a trap, not by Suzaku, by the military.
Where's
He
that
tried to kill him.
when you need him?
And then here comes Guilford. He thinks Lelouch is Cornelia because he's this gas power, and now they're showing it. He saves Lelouch because the plot said so. Then it starts the second battle for Tokyo. Just random fights happen, and that's it. Episode 18, the battle still goes on. And Lelouch manages to have an upper hand when he uses those electric pulse majiggers and disables the older mechs, but the newer mechs are kicking his ass. And then he gets trapped by the Valkyrie division, who's owned by the vampire dude. I didn't mention him because he's only mentioned 3 episodes. He gets killed off in the same episode. Colin gets her mech back because Lloyd, who made the Lancelot, decided to add advanced technology into the mech. She takes it, owns everyone. Then Suzaku's desperate, uses the Flayla bomb, which is their nuclear bomb. Kills 10 million people, and it ends there.
How depressing.
Right.
Always end on a sad note.
Let me explain the next episode. Snizel uses his great diplomacy power. He tells the Black Knights, we'll give you Japan if you surrender Zero. And I'm thinking here, the Black Knights are now the main power for the UFN, the UN of this series. Imagine that if Iraq said, give us George Bush and we'll give you Kuwait.
I think 1 million people would have handed him over.
No, I'm not talking about junior. I'm talking about senior.
Oh.
I'm talking about the
the
original
good
90s. Mm-hmm. So would you do that?
I was a kid at the time, so I don't think I would have cared.
Well, they decide to do that because they're fucking stupid. Colin tries to stop him, but Colin will shoot you, and he's about to die. And he's like, God help me. I don't ask for much. I asked for, besides a bigger penis. Can you help me? Rollo comes and saves his ass. Rollo destroys a couple of flying aircrafts, uses his gas to the point of his heartstrings, and he dies. Woo! 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 He dies.
I thought it was... I thought it was pretty sad when he died, but it was sad, but then if I think about it more, it's like, wait a minute, he was kind of pointless. He was just Lelouch's bitch. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Even, his last breath was, to die for him, for Lelouch, in which...
He was the brother he didn't have, but yet he killed his girlfriend.
Rollo died so Lelouch could live, and it's like, all Lelouch did was treat him like crap all the time.
That's why he paid his respects at the end.
Yep.
While Lelouch is being traded away, Snizel's like, yes, I'm going to kill my fucking father. And Suzaku's like, I'll do it for you. And they all start infighting while they're in a war. That works so well with Russia in World War I. So Lelouch uses a lot of people. C2 gets her memory back. It turns out Anya has the dead soul of Lelouch's mom. So it starts episode 21, which explains that Lady Mariana, Lelouch's mom, has the Geass of switching souls. Well, switching bodies, but it could only be accurate when she's dying, because the plot said so. But that is pretty much a plot-driven Geass power.
It pretty
much.
Well, it starts episode 21, or as I call it, the Neogenesis episode. So Anya and C2 are talking outside, and Suzaku's like, you know what, I want to talk to the Emperor. I want to talk to him. I want to see my, dead girlfriend, who I can't shut up about, who I want to get Zero's balls and kill him, strangle him with him. C2 allows him, and Lelouch is in there ready. The Emperor's like, there's your mom. Join us, and we can make everyone in the world happy by killing everyone off.
Because everyone's happy when they're dead.
Human instrumental project. This is ripping off Neogenesis, and that's the worst part of Neogenesis. Unlike Neogenesis, this plan doesn't fucking work, because I'm fast-forwarding it, because it's so much stupid. This episode, the reason I kind of like it is that Lelouch is actually smart and brings out all the plot holes of their stupid plan.
Well, it's kind of hard not to.
He's like, what if he died? What if he didn't even meet C2? He's like, it's destiny.
It's like, really?
No.
Is it written in stone somewhere? Because I would like to see this.
Really? Then C2 doesn't agree to apply. He's like, stop it, Charles. This plan is fucking stupid. And he still wants her gas power. And Lelouch somehow gets his power. He goes RPG and he learns a new move. And he controls the consciousness of everyone. And they destroy the dead that want to kill him. And the Emperor and Mariana, who are on scent dead spirits, start dissolving, and then we get the funny, loud moment of the Emperor rocket.
Oh yeah, that thing was hilarious.
Kill your fucking momentum, guys. They both disappear. Lelouch just killed his mom and his dad. What are you gonna say, Mark? Mike?
The Yan Cat punch.
Right.
And that just looks so stupid. I'm sorry, it just did.
And then Lelouch comes out like a month later thinking about a plan. I gotta mention something. During the Flayla bomb, Lelouch thinks that Nully's dead because Nigel took her away, so he thinks he's dead. So when I talk about Lelouch's whole becoming emperor and plan, just remember this plot point. So Lelouch a month later comes out and he's like, I killed the emperor, I am king, all hail me. And they're like, oh, no. Hey guards with your spear baronets, king, get this motherfucker off my dad's throne. and then Suzaku's like, whoa, Bruce Lee style beats the shit out of everyone. He's like, you can't see me, I'm like John Cena, bitch. Episode ends there with Lelouch using his Geass and tells everybody, you're all my bitches. And it's nice, like, well played, newbie. But you gotta remember, this world is mine. And then we start the more stupid.
Yep.
Plunge further into stupidity.
Episode 22. Suzaku all of a sudden is loyal to Lelouch. I get on with this when we talk about the final episode. Here comes all the what's left of the Knights in the Round that haven't been killed off. They're like, you know what? We'll own you, Lelouch. You're not our true emperor. While Lelouch is doing that, he's like, you know what? I believe that no one should be oppressed, and I should not answer to anyone. So I'm abolishing the parliament, I'm abolishing the nobility, I'm abolishing all the areas we conquered previously. So it's just North and South America. So Japan's freed. The Knights are we can't have this, we can't have freedoms. So it's like, what? Why did I say about freedoms? I said I just the smallest parliament, I'm an emperor. I'm running this shit like Hitler, biatch. And the Knights are we can't handle this. Suzaku, take him out. And they're like, we're going to defeat you. Fuck. He kills one. Here comes the second one. Flair kills it. Jesus, remember, Knights Around supposed to be the best of the best. Bismarck's like, I do not believe in you. I believe in Charles and Mariana. And he's like, my power tells me the future and I know what's going to happen. And my sword of Excalibur is going to own you. Suzaku's like, sting, ding, ding, stab. Fucking kills him. And Suzaku, what about your power now, bitch? He fucking dies. He fucks off. He owns Anya. She fucks off. And he owns Jinyo and he fucks off. So
I was so mad how easily the Knights were defeated. Like they were defeated very easily. They were pretty much pushovers. Even
in 2 minutes, he fucking owned them.
Yeah, even number one wasn't. He's supposed to be this all-powerful warrior, the best of the best in the Knights of the Round. But guess what? Nope. Defeated in 5 seconds.
Fucking 20.
That's anime for you.
Lelouch decides to make his own guard. He's like, fuck generals and fuck the military structure. I'm fucking head honcho right here. I'm Vince McMahon, bitch. You know, he's just gets power and controls all the military now of Britannia. So now all this shit's going on. He's like, talks to the UN. He's like, I will join you. And they tell him, you got to destroy your territories. You have more ruling power than all of us instead of doing like the House of Representatives and each get 2. But, they're not that smart. Because China needs a lot of voting power. He kidnaps everyone. Then here comes Snizel. When Snizel appears, instead of saying, you know what, we'll help you beat him. Snizel just nuclear bomb my capital. We'll defeat him, and I'll agree with what you would do. No, he's like, fuck you, UN, and fuck you too, Snizel. I'm going to own you both. Well, before this, Colin kisses him. She's like, I know you were so madly in love with Colin and C2 and, who else?
His
She's
hair.
like, yeah, and he starts. Yeah, next episode. Episode 33, shit gets heavy. Oh, wait. Snizel just annihilated the capital of Britannia. Now all the Britannia military doesn't know what the shit to do. Because, it's not like they had generals. Oh, wait, Lelouch mind fucked all of them. So, yeah, they're screwed. Congratulations, Lelouch. Even Hitler wasn't that stupid. Episode 33 begins with Lelouch and Snizel giving some of the most laughable fucking speech. Neither guy is patent when it comes to speeches. Neither guy is Barack Obama in speeches, and that's saying a lot. Like I said, this is where it gets dumb. Snizel's plan is that he's gonna get his super. There you go, the Damocles. And he wants to put it in a place where no one can reach it in space because in Code Geass no one's invented missiles or aircraft that could fly that high. Makes sense. if you think about it.
They live in a world with giant mechs and kerosene lanterns, so...
And the Chinese...
the budget had to go somewhere.
Probably the weed they smoke to come up the story. Snizo's plan is, I'm gonna hate fuck everyone by nuclearing the shit out of everyone's capital, so everyone would hate me and come together to fight me off. You know that poor countries don't give a fuck? Poland doesn't care. They want freedom from Russia, and they don't care if you nuclear bomb their capital. Their capital is already in burning ruins. They don't care. And then this is where Cornelia's like, oh my god, you're evil, Snizo. And he's like, yeah, bitch, he shoots her. You remember that, Mark?
I do remember that.
Oh god. And this is where it gets stupid. It's revealed that Nullie's still alive. Lulu mentally breaks down. It's like, fuck, I can't go through this with my plan. She's alive, and I want to live so I can take care of my sister or bang her because it's kind of mixed at this point. Suzaku's like, bitch slaps him. He's like this. He goes, tell C2, which is the most hypocrite shit I've ever heard. Tell C2, you're his shield, I'm the sword. And we're going to protect him even from himself. So what does he do? Lelouch, your stupid motherfucking plan's going to go through. I own you. So he goes through with it, and then the Africans are pouring the series. Lelouch is wearing that stupid-ass emperor costume.
There's no such thing as normal clothes in this, unless they're doing racist stereotypes.
Then Gino talks to Colin, so he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. The only time he gets any character. Moving on, since it's not really important. Colin is just super pissed because he wanted to jump on Lelouch's bones, but now that he's the evil one, she doesn't know what to do. So you ask the fucking guy that didn't do shit in the whole series something, what I call their fighting tactics. Let's move around and look like assholes. Mike, you want to explain these maneuvers?
I can't even explain it. It's just bad. It's just sad. It's awful. You don't have a tank battle in the sky. It just doesn't work that way.
Well, this stupidity is happening. Colin's like, fuck this, and she breaks through their lines. Well, because the Britannians don't have generals that are thinking for themselves, since Lelouch controls them all, they don't form any military defenses or have intelligent anything. They get owned. Lelouch is getting owned, and he decides, you know what? He puts a bomb in the mountains of Mount Fuji, which holds the Shidukadite, or whatever the fuck it's called, which is their gas, which is majority of the world's energy, and most of it is produced in Japan. As I remember from Season 1, 90% of it is produced on Mount Fuji, and they're fighting near Mount Fuji. So he has the bright idea. He blows up the mountain. There goes 90% of your resources, people. Bye-bye! And he ends up,
instead of capturing it.
He ends up killing the majority of his men and the majority of the UNF, adding more useless casualties to a war that could have been simply ended if Lelouch had a brain in his goddamn head. By the end of the series, he comes out with a brilliant plan. He gets Nina, makes an anti-flala bomb, 19 seconds, the Lance of Ostaka from Neo Genesis, they look like that. He breaks through the Damocles power, and now he's going in there, and now Snizo's jumping ship, while Colin is owning C2 at the same time. Suzaku's owning Gino, and then they have a fight, and at this point I don't give a crap about either character. I just wish that both would kill each other off. And then the dumbest parts happen still. Snizo somehow falls for Lelouch's trick, where Lelouch can predictably predict his predictable rambling somehow. You know what I mean? Like I said, if I haven't seen my brother in 8 years, I don't know what the hell to predict.
I know, right?
Like with Mao, it kind of made sense since he was simple-minded. But Snizo's not simple-minded. He's a diplomacy guy. He's not. He was owning you a while ago in the war. Well, to add insult to injury, they give the blind girl the keys to the flalas. You know, that's smart. You know, not have somebody look out, know where to throw them, because they're shooting them on artillery pieces. Don't have instant missiles, but again, missiles haven't been invented. Lelouch talks with his sister. Colin owns C2. Suzaku and her fight. Suzaku's mech blows up. Hers gets disabled. Orange owns Anya. The pedophile saves everyone on the Avalon. Cornelia's alive. Detard dies finally because he didn't do shit. Fucking his sister breaks sees. She breaks the Geass. She's like, oh my god. The first thing she has to see is Lelouch. She's like, you're an ugly motherfucker. you know. And Lelouch is like, how the hell am I going to take the keys from my sister? Oh, let me use Geass power. Instead of taking her away from her, you would easily take away from a 15-year-old girl, handicap. You could take it. I mean, you already killed a bunch of kids. You know, this isn't so low of you to do at all. I forgot, too, that he used his Geass power in Snizel to obey Zero, because it's a plot point. And I bring it up. And everyone, and Lelouch proclaims himself Emperor of the World. Now he has this Dimenticles, and it's high above the earth. No one can hit it. And now he can nuclear bomb every country if he wants to. You know, that would be a good plan and shit if it wasn't done so stupidly and your plan falls short. Here's the thing. You could blow up cities, but like in Vietnam, the Cuban-Spanish War, any war with guerrillas, they don't care about cities. Guerrilla warfare is going to be more of a dominant war.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, okay, like Poland. Nuclear bomb Warsaw. There's a lot of fucking places they can hide.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a stupid plan to begin with. It's not a nuclear bomb from like the USS submarines that could hit 197 targets and pretty much reduce the Earth to nuclear winter. These bombs are weaker. Way weaker. Prophetically weak compared to those missiles. Again, we're comparing stuff. I shouldn't be comparing it. Well, anyways, Lelouch's plan comes to fruition. His Zero Rectum, where he puts all the world's hate on himself. So he has Suzaku dressed as Zero, kill him, and when this is the ending of the show already. And as an ending, it works well for the death of Lelouch, but as the whole story to end it feels rushed, stupid, and really dumb.
Agreed
there. They could have elaborated on it a little more. It's a good way to end a character arc. It's just not a good way to end a series.
Lelouch dies. Everyone thinks he's scum. Here's the stupid part. His sister becomes Empress. Cyrano Cornelia is alive and Snizel. I don't know how that fucking works. Yeah, how's he gonna undo the damage? And again, if she's Empress of Britannia, they're not gonna like Snizel. He nuclear bombed their capital, and Zero's been their enemy. They're not gonna forgive that. Like I said, he wanted peace for his sister. He caused chaos for his sister. He laughed off when he fucking died, or if he did. There's so much evidence he didn't. With C2 stupid lines at the end, and Colin talking like a dumb bitch. That's what I hate about the ending most of all.
Yeah.
Colin's talking. It's like, oh, the world's at peace. No, Japan's at peace. The world's trying not to kill each other. And the UNF is going to be useless when you have the most powerful country with it, China, which has been convicted of being corrupt. And then the ending, oh, it's supposed to be a happy-dory ending. I just wish that B-29 came out of the sky, nuclear bombed the fuck out of everyone, and while they're playing some fucking Maiden. That would have been a badass ending.
Yeah, I didn't quite like Season 2 as much.
What was you guys feeling about the ending when Lelouch died?
Yay.
You, Mark?
I was like, well, when he died, I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool.
When he died the first time, I was all Freddie Mercury about it. He died the second time, I was all Daniel Bryan about it. Yes! Third time, fourth time, fifth time, I'm doing the Certino fucking trumpet and saying yes, 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 the motherfucker's dead, yes. Like I said, by the end, I didn't like anyone.
The writing just didn't hold up strong enough for the whole season. They basically, they took characters everybody knew and loved, they just turned them into assholes. It like I said earlier, it's a bad soap opera. That's all it turned into.
It was, Season 2 was like very, very strange, and there's a lot of things that didn't make sense, and if they did make sense, they didn't make sense for long. And I liked it nonetheless. And it's not Season 2 is not the most horrible thing I've ever seen. Trust me, that's reserved for other shows. But
Alpha Laden. Fuck you, Alpha Laden. Yeah, I have to agree. It's not the worst anime I've ever seen, but to me, it was more towards disappointing.
It was very underwhelming. It was inconsistent. It really, really screwed up what was set in stone with Season 1. And it went from being on shaky ground to just falling into the abyss, and it couldn't recover.
Like I said, the ending would have been more perfect as a black B-29 that says, Flight 666 opens its doors, throws a nuclear fucking neutron bomb, blows up, and the Maiden starts playing. You know, fucking the trooper. That would have been the best fucking metal ending ever.
Don't ask for perfection when you're talking with Japan.
Shit, dude. You know what's the sad thing? Every time I see the ending, I look up to the sky looking for fucking a B-29 with the nuclear bomb.
You must be disappointed a lot.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm like, where are you?